Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is probably the most famous mathematical relationship. You've probably learned about it before, but the Pythagorean theorem states a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse. Make sure you know how to locate the hypotenuse across from the right angle. So find the value of x, give your answer in simplest radical form. I'm okay with you guys rounding everything to 2 decimals as we're moving forward on this. So to find that, I'd go 2 squared plus 6 squared, which is what, 40? And then we could take the square root of 40, which is 6.32. Okay, let's try that again. X minus 2 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. So when we do x minus 2 squared, we would get, we got to FOIL that out here. X minus 2 times x minus 2, so that'd be x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 16 equals x squared. 4 plus 16 is 20. Then you would have x squareds on both sides, so that would cancel out. So now you're to negative 4x plus 20 equals 0. Add 4x, divide by 4. So x equals 5, if you were going to do it that way. All right. Randy is building a rectangular picture frame. He wants the ratio of the length to the width to be 3 to 1. So if this is x, that would have to be 3x, and the diagonal to be 12 centimeters. How wide should the frame be? So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. This would be a right angle because it's a rectangle. So we'd have x squared plus, be careful now, anytime you're squaring more than just one thing, you want to put it in parentheses, equals 12 squared. X squared plus 3 squared is 9x squared equals 144. 1x squared plus 9x squared is 10x squared equals 144. Divide by 10, 14.4. And then finish it off by taking the square root of 14.4. 3.8 would be your width. All right, so using Pythagorean theorem there to help you through those problems. A set of 3 non-zero whole numbers is called the Pythagorean triple when a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 3, 4, 5 is a common triple, 5, 12, 13. Those are the two that we see a lot, 6, 8, 10, 8, 15, 17. There's a whole bunch of them, but the sooner you can kind of see some of these patterns, they can really help to save you some time. So find the missing side length, tell if it is a triple. Well, 14 squared plus 48 squared square rooted. Let's see what we got here. It's 50. So is 50 a non-decimal? You bet. So that is a 14, 48, 50 is a Pythagorean triple. Try that again. 12 squared. That's the hypotenuse though, so we're going to go minus 4 squared. So 144 minus 16 is 128. Square root of 128 is 11.31. So that is a decimal, so this is not a Pythagorean triple. All right, Pythagorean triples all have to be whole numbers. Okay. Converse of the Pythagorean theorem will tell you what kind of triangle you have. So if you have a, b, and c, and a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then you got yourself a right triangle. If a squared plus b squared is less than c squared, or if c squared is greater, then you got an obtuse triangle. If c squared is less than a squared plus b squared, then you got yourself an acute triangle. Make sure you remember how to find if it's a triangle or not first before you go on to that next step. So let me show you what I'm talking about. 5, 7, and 10. Well, what's 5 plus 7? 12. 12 is greater than 10. So yes, it can be a triangle. Now we want to figure out what kind of triangle. Well, that's 100. 35 plus 49 is 84. So c squared is greater than 100. So that would be an obtuse triangle. All right. Let's try that again. 5, 8, and 17. Well, what's 5 plus 8? 13. Is 13 bigger than 17? No. So this can't be a triangle at all. So you just can't keep going on this. You just put no triangle. Doesn't work. Having some technical difficulties here. Keep going. All right. 11, 18, and 34. What's 11 plus 18? 29. 29 is less than 34, so that cannot be a triangle. All right. Let's go back here. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that this is 20. No, yeah, 25. So 11, 25, and 34. So 11 plus 25 is 36. That's bigger than 34. So yes, that can be a triangle. So let's figure that out. 11 squared plus 25 squared equals 34 squared. $746 and 34 squared is 1156. So that is bigger than c squared is bigger. So that would be an obtuse triangle. Let's try to give you another example there of how to